recording.
Hello guys, welcome back to our our second official SunniSesh.
Heck yeah, second one. It's been a while, huh?
Yep, I think about 2 months.
2 whole months? Dang. That went by fast.
Yeah. So, I just want to add this at the beginning because I'm sure it might come up and I'm sure you guys might hear some stuff in the background, but, we'll talk about that in a little bit and why you're going to hear stuff in the background. But forgive us. We're trying our best to figure out a really good recording situation for the moment. But as of now, I'm sorry. We're just going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's been a while. I think, as I said, all the way back in May was the last time we even recorded an episode. And way before that for a SunniSesh.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, so basically I would just like to kind of recap where we've been and kind of start from where we left off. A lot has happened in these past 2 months. You would not believe.
Oh yeah. We have a lot for you today.
Yeah. Basically, I think I'll start off with my school year. I did actually end up passing programming, barely.
Hooray!
Yes! Yay! But I did. So, very, very happy to never deal with that again.
Yeah.
Definitely will never be a future programmer.
Yeah.
I say that in like 5 years I'm a programmer. Dude, oh my god.
I'm happy to not have to help you with homework. Not that it was a burden or anything, it's just that I also hated coding.
Yeah, and I mean, even for you, somebody who kind of knew how to do it at least a little bit and just not even understand. Oh god, dude, it was awful.
Yeah.
I mean, I always kind of had a little bit of an issue with my teacher. I thought that he was just like mean, he didn't like me, but we had a really good conversation towards the end of the semester, and he's actually really great. I think just doing the classes online is what confused him. You would be really surprised if any of you go to college and have some like computer illiterate teachers. It's not just you guys, for those who are not in computer science. It's the computer science teachers too. They're literally so computer illiterate, and it does not make any sense to me. Still doesn't make sense to me, but you know, yeah, that's kind of what happened with that. I passed all my classes, and then I think it was like a week after that, I started my one summer class. I had originally signed up for 2. I'll get into that in a minute, but yeah, so I signed up for a math class and what class was it?
I think it was a system security class.
It was a cybersecurity class. I just don't remember exactly what it was. I think it was like, was it forensics? No, I don't think it was forensics. This shows that I like literally hated the class so much. I blocked it out of my memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before I get into that, where have you been? What's been up with you before I get into that story?
Sure, yeah. So basically it's just, I mean, I've been doing me, getting ready. Getting ready to, you know, the whole time there in that 2 months, got ready to moving into a new place, which we'll get into a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's basically what I've been doing. Just, you know, working. Been trying to do that.
Sorry, I'm opening some water.
No worries. And then that's about it. It's just been kind of like it's been a huge process. It's been kind of stressful, but also very liberating, I would say. It's always good to get out of the house and be on your own, you know, spread those wings and fly, I gotta say.
Or I guess for my case, get out of the trailer.
Yeah, you lived in
For those of you who didn't know, for about 6 months I was living in my parents' travel trailer in the driveway because there just wasn't room. And I mean, I'm not complaining, it was better than sleeping on the couch, but my grandma moved in with my parents just so we could take care of her. We're currently building her new house, or I guess I should say they are.
Yeah.
I'm not about that life. They're doing a great job, but a lot of work. But
And they're building it just off of YouTube videos.
Yeah. My dad's learning all of the stuff of how to build these buildings from YouTube.
Which is insane.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, it's going really well. Like, it looks really nice. And he figured out the whole concrete slab himself, how to lay the rebar. It's nuts. Like, oh my God. I can't, it's like baffling to me. You can literally learn so much from the internet. He graduated from YouTube University. But, yeah. But to just kind of go off of that, I was staying in a trailer in my parents' house until I moved in to our, wouldn't call it lovely apartment. Yes, we are now moved in together. No more Zoom calls every night.
Yeah.
Feels great.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll also make the editing on this a little easier.
Yeah.
So you don't have to sync up audio, and it's just like, it's really nice.
You guys would not believe the process we went through on editing. It was a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it, you know? Just kind of getting to go out there and talk about what we want to talk about and have a bunch of creative stuff going on. It's great. It's a good outlet.
Yeah, absolutely.
But to circle back around to this story, so at the beginning of June, I said I started the math class. Things went like fairly smoothly with the math class, just simple algebra. I hate math, but it went fine. It's fine. And then I had signed up for this other class. It was a cybersecurity class. It's probably for the best that I don't remember the name of the course, just because I don't want to start some stuff with the teacher. We already went through it a little bit, but basically at the beginning of the class, the first day, I did not hear anything from the teacher. And if you've ever taken a summer course, you know that it is very accelerated, very fast paced, and you start right on that day. The day it opens, you're starting.
Oh yeah.
You're reading, doing assignments, whatever. So I hadn't heard anything from this teacher, and so I emailed him, and he got back to me at around 2:30 p.m., so kind of later in the day. And he's like, oh, I'll be uploading the stuff on the course soon. Just hanging tight, whatever. And he had nothing on his page. Blackboard and Canvas, I think those are the main two that colleges use. But when you click the dashboard for the class, it usually pulls up like the syllabus and the class information and any links the teachers put in and all that stuff. There was nothing on his page, like literally nothing. You would click the link, it would say nothing to show here or something like that. So he just didn't even put anything up. But anyways, it's besides the point. So finally, he uploads some stuff and basically tells us to like get to work. And then I noticed I was kind of having issues because the textbook wasn't really lining up with the reading. I mean, it's not the the reading he was like telling us to do. Sorry, I should have worded that a little better. So when we were reading the textbook, it wasn't lining up with the reading he was telling us it should have been. And it wasn't lining up with the quizzes he was making us take. Like, I only got a 70 on the quiz I took because of previous knowledge I learned in other classes. Nothing that I had read in the textbook.
And it was a CompTIA textbook, right? CompTIA.
Yeah, it was like the Security Plus one or whatever.
Right.
But if you don't know what it is, that's fine. It's not a big deal. But and then I kind of messaged him asking you a few questions because, as I said, a lot of these things are popping up and I'm not really understanding why this is happening. I hear nothing. Next day, hear nothing. And then the day after that, I hear nothing. And so finally, I go to his little dashboard on Blackboard, click his name, and I find a place where I can email all the other students. And I say, like, basically I just say, hey, has anybody heard from the teacher? I've been messaging him for days. Have not heard anything from him. I need to get assignments done. What do we do? Excuse me.
And there was people who were not able to get into the labs, right?
Yeah, there was people who couldn't even access the labs that he was trying to make us take. And it said to message the teacher, and he wouldn't even respond to them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got probably about 6 or 7 replies because I just asked for their Discord username so we can make a group chat. And all of them said they hadn't heard back from the teacher and they didn't know what to do. half of them, as I said, were not able to access the lab. So we were all just like, what's going on? So finally, I felt like a Karen doing this, but I was so upset. I messaged the chairman. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
The chairman, okay.
Or his chair.
Yeah, his chair. I don't know like the exact terms from, but I feel goofy saying like chairman.
I know, right?
But basically his like what boss? I don't know what a chairman is. I don't know.
Message his chair. Oh, you mean like his wheelchair or his dinner table chair?
It just sounds so goofy. I'm like, okay, whatever. It sounds like we're like in England or something.
Right.
But I messaged the chairman and I was like, hey, this is what's going on. I got in contact with other students and we have not heard back from our teacher and we don't know what to do. Our class is only a month long. So it's like, what's going on? We've already wasted 1 week out of the 4 that we get.
Yeah. The whole fourth of the class is just gone. That'd be like 4 weeks of just a regular class. Teacher just not responding to you.
Yeah, and then you just not being able to get anything done or failing the stuff that they're telling you to get done because you don't understand. Mm-hmm. So finally Monday rolls around and he responds because the chairman had responded to our email and I guess just kind of targeted him specifically and said, so-and-so, what's going on? This surely can't be correct. Mm-hmm. And then Monday he's just like, hi guys, sorry. I decided to make some videos for the class and I just got like really frustrated. So I just stopped replying to people and I just got caught up in it. Sir, you're a teacher. Yeah, this is your job. If I didn't do my job for literal days, I would be fired.
Immediately.
And I'm like, it felt like a big kick in the face. Like, sir, I'm paying you to teach me and I'm paying you to be here for me. And that's really great that you made these videos for us as a resource, but that doesn't really help us if you're not here to teach us. Mm-hmm. So basically, I was pissed about it and everybody in the group chat was like, this is bullshit. This is horrible.
Yeah.
This is such an awful response to people getting upset at you because you're not responding. So maybe this was petty of me. I was very frustrated. So I messaged him and basically said what I just said there. Like, I'm really glad that you took time to make these videos for us, but we were all stuck here with no way to like do the work.
Yep.
No way to learn. And then I started asking him questions. And one question I kept asking him was, how can I be successful in this class? Because I think, of course, that's a really important question to ask.
Oh, yeah.
And it helps me know what the teacher's looking for. And we just had a back and forth. Like, he was being very sarcastic, very rude, basically he kept telling me to look at the syllabus, but the syllabus had nothing to do with what I was asking him. And he was just being very petty, very disrespectful to me and my time, and along with my other classmates' time. So it was just kind of irritating.
Yeah.
So in the end, I did decide to drop the class because I was about to move. Would have been so much stress. I was able to get about 70% of my initial payment back, which is good. Better than none, and waiting to the end of the semester and failing.
Right.
And it turns out, I looked on his Rate My Professor or whatever, it had horrible reviews. Like, everybody was saying, yeah, well, I failed the class, or all of us were failing. There was one that was like 5 stars or 4 stars, and they were like, yeah, well, we all failed, but he did reach out to us, which is really nice. What?
You still give him a 5 or 4 star?
Yeah, and it's like, if all of you guys are failing, that's bad. Yeah. That shows a bad teacher, not bad students.
Exactly.
And I think at the end of the semester, if I remember correctly, a lot of people did end up failing. And so I'm really glad I just kind of focused on my own mental health in that aspect. I would have been driven nuts if I would have taken that class.
Yeah. He should have at least offered some sort of like compensation for his own mess up. Like, oh, I didn't reply to any of my students. Well, just forget the first week of stuff, and we'll just like move it to the second week or something.
Well, exactly. Like, he could have tried working with me, and another one of my classmates actually dropped it too because he didn't want to deal with the teacher either, because both of us are just like, what the heck is going on? Like, we could not do it. And in my head, along with it just like draining me, I thought about the fact that I'm like, I'm gonna have to deal with this teacher for the rest of the semester, the summer semester. So it's like, I don't want him to be so like disgustingly negative and rude and just disrespectful to me.
Right.
I'm like, there's no point in me even taking the class. He could easily just fail me because he wants to, you know what I mean? Or just like favor other students and opposed to me because I gave him a hard time.
Yeah.
And made him, or tried to hold him accountable for his actions.
Exactly.
It was just like irritating, and I felt like a Karen, but as I said, I don't care because that's my schooling and my education that he is hindering. So yeah, so that happened. I'm sorry, that was a little bit long-winded, but I wanted to share that with you guys because I love you guys. But yeah, so David, what about you? Anything else you would like to add about your summer?
So mid June, somewhere in mid June, you had moved in with me in my parents' place, and we were living in my room that was like 11 feet by 12 feet.
Very tiny.
Yeah.
And we somehow managed to fit both of our desks in there, and you have 2 monitors and a giant TV, and I have 2 big monitors and my computer and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know how we managed that.
I know. It's crazy. And so you had finished your semester, and then when we moved into this apartment, you had moved back to Texas during the move. And so
what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to continue on.
Okay. When he means move back to Texas, I agreed to care for my grandma for a few days so my mom and my dad could go camping and take my old home for the 4th of July.
The trailer. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So you were in Texas, and I moved all the stuff into the apartment. And I had some help with one of my friends and my brother on the first day, and I thought I was going to be able to get it all done the first day. Nope. Sadly, I couldn't. We live on the 2nd floor, and I had never been more exhausted in my life. I had helped people move so many times throughout my whole life. My dad actually considered opening a moving business with my brother and I, but we never did that. But yeah, no, I'd never been more exhausted my whole life. I'd never carried so many things up tiny stairs before.
Oh, yes.
And the first thing we moved was the washer and dryer we had bought. That thing was about 400 or 500 pounds, and I tore my right bicep doing so. Luckily, it was just in the middle of the bicep. It didn't separate from the elbow or the shoulder. It just tore right in the middle, some tissues in between both of the bicep heads. But so that sucks. That was the very first thing we moved, and so I had to move like a ton of other stuff that same day. And also the couch we bought. Ooh, that thing was heavy. Heavy. But yeah, we got it all moved, and then what day did you come back? It was the 4th of July, right?
Yeah, I actually came back on the 4th of July.
Yeah. That was a good day. We watched some fireworks, you and I, and then we spent the night into the apartment, and we were still sharing the tiny bed that I have. It's a full-size mattress.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a little rough, but
a little
bit.
we had this tiny little bed in the middle of this giant bedroom. It was very funny.
Yeah, we're actually sitting in this bedroom as we record, as we speak. But we got a king-size mattress now, which is nice. It was actually pretty cheap, pretty affordable.
Yeah.
I was really surprised about that.
It's really nice. I don't kick him off the bed anymore. Yeah. And
vice versa.
Yeah. I'm a bed hog, apparently.
Yeah.
Every night he'd be like, babe, can you move over? And be like, what do you mean I'm not hogging the bed? I'm like, I don't even have any room over here. You have all the room. And it's nice because we don't have to worry about that anymore. We can cuddle up in bed, and we have a bunch of room, so when I'm tossing and turning, I'm not kicking you off the bed.
Yeah. And the cool thing is, like, a king-size mattress is 2 full sizes put together, so we both have 1 full-size mattress.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
But yeah, so we're definitely going to talk about this in season 2, which is coming up very soon.
Oh, yeah.
As we promised, August 2nd will be our first episode of season 2.
That's exciting.
I'm very excited. But yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that has gone on, even in the past month. And it's insane. Very draining.
Yeah.
The past month has just been pretty crazy and exhausting, and we're definitely going to talk about it here soon. But just know, oh my God, I want to tell y'all so bad. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
But
we have a lot of stories for the first. We haven't even been in this apartment for a whole month, but
and there's been so much stuff going on. So much stuff.
Yeah.
I feel insane. I'm like, is this living? I hate this.
It's been a wild ride.
Is this what it's like being an adult and being a grown up? I hate it. Not to be like, oh, adulting sucks. But like,
it's just a lot of situational things. I feel like it's part of low income.
It's just like, damn, I really do be like that.
Yep.
And it's just, if it ain't one thing, it's a mother another.
Yep. Exactly.
That's what my sister always says.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They have a little, I think they're called letter boards. She has
Okay.
one in her house, and it just said, if it ain't one thing, it's a mother another.
That's funny. I like that.
But yeah, so as I mentioned, season 2 is coming up very, very shortly. We have some things that we wanted to talk about season 2.
Yeah.
Would you like to start? Would you like me to start?
Sure, I could definitely start. So with season 2, there's definitely going to become a lot of new visuals, new artwork, and just kind of a new general style that we're going with. New color scheme. Nothing too crazy new, but just new in general. I really feel like it's a really cool step in the right creative direction.
Yeah, that's something I've kind of always struggled with. If you're an artist, or even if you're just a kind of creative person in general, you know that sometimes when you have a vision, it just doesn't always turn out exactly how you're hoping it to.
Yeah.
And that was definitely season 1. It wasn't disappointing by any means. It was very fun and exciting, and I really liked doing it. It's just I'm hoping to move in a little bit of a different direction with it. But I think season 1 was a very good step towards what we're looking to do.
Yeah.
Very similar. A lot of things are going to stay the same. There's just going to be a little slight change, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
exactly. You'll know. You're going to see it or hear it, I guess, depending on where you are viewing us. But,
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think with season 2, I want to encompass a lot more of a, I don't know. I just want it to feel like I'm sitting here with y'all and having a conversation with you guys and relaxing. And I don't want it to be like super edited, because I was always very scared of how I sounded on the microphone and me fucking up my words and all that.
Right.
It always just made me very nervous. So I would just obsessively edit our audio.
Right.
To a point where it just doesn't even sound like genuine. It's just kind of like me being a little bit just robotic and no real like genuine sounding audio to it.
I remember editing that first episode. It was so many cuts. Just for dead space or anything that we may have messed up.
Exactly. So for season 2, I kind of want it to be a lot more laid back, and I want it to just be like I'm hanging out with you guys, you know? That's what I've always aimed for, and I just had a hard time kind of putting that into motion because I was so anxious about how I sounded on the microphone, or scared that I'd sound stupid because I messed up my word or whatever. But
what I'm saying is going on the internet forever.
Well, exactly. Not like scared I'm going to say something just like disgustingly racist. Like, obviously I would never do that. It's just me like stuttering or tumbling over my words and saying weird things, and people are just like, heh, she's stupid.
Right. She
said the wrong word. And I think about it, I'm like, do you ever see any other person on the internet being made fun of for like a little slip up like that? Not usually.
No.
Unless it's somebody like Gabby Hanna or something.
Fair enough. You always get those little nitpickers though that always try to find those little things, little mistakes you make. That's just notorious of the internet. But,
That or like one person who comes to mind, I'm sorry if y'all do not know who this is, Amberlynn Reed. She always says her words like really weirdly. Like buffet, she'll say buffet.
Buffet.
Yeah. Or there's like a lot of things she says that people just make fun of, and I love it. I love the whole Amberverse. I tell David about it all the time. I got him into the Amberlynn Reed universe. It's nuts.
She's something else.
If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, please just look up like Amberlynn Reed documentary, and you'll find a lot of the stuff about her.
It's hilarious.
I've been learning about her since probably 2016, 2017.
Wow.
It's nuts. I've gone down the rabbit hole and I've been there. It's crazy. But this is not an episode about Amberlynn Reed.
Right.
And her
And just her.
her in general. But yeah, so I just kind of want to put that out there that we're kind of going for a more relaxed sort of feel to the podcast. We really want to make it more
Personable.
That's a really good word. I was like, damn, now I'm going to have to edit out this blank of me just sitting here trying to think of a good word. Thank you.
Of course.
But I've also just wanted to share a lot more about just myself and my journey of life. I mean, we all kind of go through it, and I just want y'all to hear it, and I would just want to be able to get that out into the open and get it off my chest and talk about what I want to talk about and just navigate my entire life.
Yeah, exactly.
It just, I don't know, just the thought of getting it out there. It's kind of like a little diary for me, you know,
That's
being able
fair.
to talk to the love of my life and then talk to the lovely people in our audience that listen to us and support us. You guys know who you are, and I love you all.
I do too. Y'all are great.
I know, it really is crazy because I'll get people who will message me and they're like, oh, I really like your podcast. I really love seeing when you guys release. It's obviously usually people who are very close to me because we are still a very small podcast.
Yeah.
But you guys do not understand how much that means to me. I mean, it really means a lot when you reach out to me and you're talking to me just about what I'm passionate about and telling me I'm doing a good job. And it's great because I'm putting this stuff out not only for me, but like I want you guys to be in it too.
Yeah, and it really makes those views, like, it makes us realize that there's real people behind the screen.
Yeah.
There's real people listening to the words we're saying, and that's incredible to me.
Yeah, it's like, it's kind of like surreal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love it.
It's great.
I love my friends that are supporting me, and it really means a lot, and it shows who your kind of true friends are. Like, they'll reach out to you and they'll talk to you about it and not be like, oh, talk about me and talk about my accomplishments, but just kind of like taking the time to listen to my podcast and to talk to me about it. It does mean so much to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, a lot.
Yeah.
Makes me emotional. I'm sorry.
Oh, one thing I forgot to update. Weird fact, but I got braces in January and I paid them off in June.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're gonna have straight teeth now.
Yeah, I can't wait. Only about 2 years left.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah, I feel for you. I had them for 6 years, and then I
Oh.
ended up taking them off myself.
That's rough.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't have to, but I had moved across the state. Well, not even across the state. I moved to a different state, so I had these braces from a different state, and I couldn't even get them maintenance or anything, so I just took them off. And I mean, my teeth were basically straight by that point because they had been on for 6 years, so. I just took some pliers and kind of just... It didn't even hurt, I swear. I'm not even trying to be like, oh my god, guys, it didn't even hurt. My septum piercing did not hurt. It's just like, it did. I'm serious, it didn't hurt. I just kind of like wiggled it off and it pops off.
Yeah, maybe that cement got so old.
I think that's probably what it was, because I waited probably about half a year before I took them off. I mean...
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But yeah, so besides season 2, we have another very important announcement we want to make.
Mm-hmm.
We got a cat.
Her name is Coco.
Her name is Coco, short for coconut.
Yep.
We usually just call her Coco, though, because that's what she comes to.
Yep.
She's very talkative, very sweet.
Very chatty.
Very chatty. She's just always meow, meow.
She's very smart, though. She learned her name in the first day and a half, 2 days.
Yeah, her name used to be Cake. It did not fit her very well.
Not even a little.
And we tried to get her to pick her own name. We just wrote down a bunch of different ones we wanted her to possibly be named. And then we put treats in front of there, but she would not eat the treats, so we kind of just had to, like, flip a coin, basically, for it.
Yep.
But yeah, so Coconut is very lovely. She's 1 year old. 1 year.
1 year.
1 year old. 1 year old.
Yep.
She was adopted from the Albuquerque Animal Shelter, I think is what it's called. It's basically just an animal shelter.
Yeah.
But currently they're so, like, over full with animals that are being turned in or turned over, I guess.
Or captured, even.
Or captured, yeah. That they gave us to her, dude. I can't even talk. They gave her to us for free.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys are living in the Albuquerque area, and I'm sure it's going on a lot of different places, not just Albuquerque,
Yeah.
go to your local animal shelter or animal rescue or whatever and adopt.
Adopt, don't shop.
Yeah.
That's what a friend always told me.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've always kind of gone for that route. Every cat that I've adopted has been so sweet. I swear to God. And Coco was just immediately attached to you. She loved you.
Yeah.
You're like, I want this one. I want this one.
So nice. I really did. I honestly really wanted her because she was more like a brighter color. So like my camera could focus on her
Oh
easier.
my God.
Because my brother's dog Frankie, he's completely black. He's a purebred miniature Dachshund, and my camera has the hardest time focusing on him. So I have like thousands of photos just out of focus.
Yeah. She's mainly white, but she has some like black splotches on her, like on her face. She has a little polka dot on her butt.
It looks like she has pants too.
Yeah. Every time she licks the little area where her black is, I'm like, oh, she's ironing her pants. It's very cute.
And if you're watching on YouTube, I'm sure we've put some photos up.
Yeah.
You can definitely see her.
If not, if you want to see photos of her, we'll put them on our social media, our
Yeah.
Instagram, our Twitter. I'm trying to think of any other like social media we have. I don't think we have any other ones.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Facebook, yeah.
Oh, Facebook. That's one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys want to see her, just head over there. Or if you already are here on YouTube, you saw it. I know you saw it, and don't say you didn't. But yeah, so we will see you guys coming up on August 2nd.
Yeah.
If you guys want to comment and just ask us some questions, if you have any questions for us about specific things we talked about, comment them. Message us, do whatever, and we will answer them. I know you guys might have some questions. But yeah, we're gonna go edit, and we will see you guys on the 2nd.
We love you.
We love you.
Remember, stay sunny.
Stay sunny.